Good morning, guys. How are you? This is Shamrondi from Providence Life Design. Sorry about the lighting. My workspace is finally being updated, and some of the vignettes are, being brought to life with like new materials and new combinations, and I'll show you guys some of them when that's finally done. But today I wanted to talk specifically about luxury vinyl wood. This is important for like export customers that have houses in the West Indies, places that have rainy seasons, okay? Because the living space is super important to the quality of life for someone that lives in a warm climate. So you want to be able to use your outdoor space when it's not raining, but at the same time, all of the work that you put into your bottom house or your porch or your yard space, you want it to, be able to stand through storms and hurricanes and flooding. Heat. And that's super important, right? So, first I want to say that this product is no means meant for heavy-duty commercial spaces, okay? I have a customer. He and I did some consulting for him, but I was not his salesperson when he went to look into getting material. Initially when he first started out. And the problem that happened for him was whoever the salesperson was, I don't know if they were just looking to make a sale or they weren't thinking about like the whole picture, but he went in and used luxury vinyl in his commercial space. Now, even though he is in South Florida, he is running basically like a New York City bakery operation, but it's in South Florida. So an active dining room, being able to seat patrons, staff serving customers, sous chefs, prep people, overnight bakers, cashiers, all of this you have to keep in mind, everybody's timeline and what's going in and out. So what happened is that the luxury vinyl is not standing up, and it hasn't been on the floor that long. I actually went to go and look at it yesterday. It's a hot mess. But specifically for what you and I are talking about, we're having discussion, is about luxury vinyl and how it pertains to people that are in warm climates and heavy rain areas and those type of things, okay? And this also applies to people that live in condos, where like you can't really control what's going on with your tenant upstairs, with your neighbor upstairs and the neighbor next door, plumbing in the walls, somebody adjacent to you. So this is a great product, especially if you like to have some kind of like product that is like wood like underfoot. So these two, one is called Duralux and one is called Nucor. These fall under luxury vinyl categories, and what makes that luxury vinyl is it's just not regular vinyl, right? It's like a different quality. It's better. On top of you, aside from getting a beautiful inkjet, you're also getting texture. You're getting like wood grain reliefs in the surface of the plank. Between the two of those products, one is backed with a pretty soft rubber backing, and then the other is backed with cork, okay, which cork is like naturally mold retardant, right? So mold, leaking, moisture, water exposure, all those things are going to be really important in the way. All of those are important components as to what makes a person choose this and not water-resistant laminate. The luxury vinyl and the water-resistant laminate, water-resistant, it is not waterproof. Luxury vinyl is waterproof. Water-resistant vinyl, it has some kind of time frame, a threshold of time where it's going to survive being underwater before it starts buckling and warping and doing weird things. Now let me tell you now, and this is why I push porcelain plank to a lot of customers than water-resistant vinyl, water-resistant flooring, laminate, is because once you have an exposure of water, more than likely, you're going to have a problem with the floor, with buckling. Okay, I know an uncle that like took water-resistant laminate. He took laminate back home to his house. I thought that was just the craziest thing. It is not going to survive. It's not going to survive. And the reason why it's not going to survive, even though it is listed as water resistant, is because that threshold of water exposure cannot fight against whatever happens during the installation process. Installation is king regardless of whatever product you install. Whether it's hardwood, whether it's tile. Your installation is so important. If you question someone not being able to install something correctly, especially if you haven't seen work, ask them. Find a politically correct way to say, hey, would you mind looking over a video about this product, okay? Because I don't want to have problems with it down the road. And that person being receptive enough to want to see the video, if they're not proficient in it, that says a lot about them, right? So that's a good person. It's a good, person. So I brought 2 examples of those 2 woods that I told you about. I brought them in shades of gray. Since gray is saving lives in Southern Florida, everybody wants gray. I've never seen anything like this before. It's like gray is paramount. Gray is everything. They want gray cabinets. They want gray vanities. They want gray, 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 gray. Gray. Gray is saving lives. It is doing bigger work than the surgeons down here helping our geriatrics, okay? This is doing it. So, I bought gray because everybody wants gray. So, these are great products. The new Core and the Duralux. They're good products. I think that, for me, what allows me to, encourage someone to use it is just knowing, how it's really going to affect their day-to-day, how it's going to affect their day-to-day lives. That's why, as interior designers, we have to ask a lot of questions. Me, I ask a lot of questions. I want to know everything. I want to know how this, and I won't tell you, right? I'll give y'all my small fine secrets, okay? But so export customers, it's going to the Bahamas, you're taking it to St. Vincent, you're doing your place in Guyana. If you are not doing a tile, if you are not sending tile over, and if it's ceramic, please get one that's a high rated ceramic, okay? But if you are not sending tile over and you want wood, you want a wood product, good morning Isaac, you want a wood product, luxury vinyl is the way to go. It's the way to go. Don't be cheap. If this is your forever home, your vacation home back home in the Caribbean, in the islands, you do not want a problem with, your flooring. You're going to probably need a moisture barrier. This product is okay for your bottom house. So that is that is part of your home that is directly on the ground on top of your paling, where they have set the foundation for your home before they started building. That bottom house area, if you are not putting down a mosaic or a tile situation, a porcelain, and it is enclosed, then this is a great product. Luxury vinyl is a fantastic product. The most you'll need to put underneath it is maybe the really low costing moisture barrier, or just the black plastic, moisture barrier, and then you can get this installed. And make sure that you make room if you're doing an export sale, that you are doing your sale in advance, so you can get your special order pieces brought in to wherever you're buying it from before you do your export, okay? Because that itself takes a little time. So this is Shamrondi from Providence Life Design, and I hope all is well. Stay blessed, guys. Thank you so much for the feedback.